So earlier this morning, news came out that Jordan Love will be sitting out of Packers training camp practices until he gets a deal done. And Colin Cowherd earlier today on his show shared some thoughts. So let's see what he has to say. If you guys are new here, I put out NFL content pretty much every day. I also have a Packers channel. So if you're into the Packers, you find this video, I'll leave that link down below and I'll go over training camp updates, more specific Packers content. But here's what Colin Cowherd had to say.
But this morning, there is a story from an NFL camp which looks very juicy.
Yeah.
And I've got to cut right to the chase.
Let's get to it.
Okay, so Jordan Love, Green Bay Packer quarterback, told the team Saturday, I'm not practicing, I want a new contract. Now, this isn't Brandon Ayuk and the Niners. Green Bay wants to get it done. Jordan Love wants to get it done. But sometimes employees, yes, have to play hardball with the employers. And I'm going to side with Jordan Love here. First of all, he signed a very team-friendly deal before last season. And he should have. He wasn't proven. And he blew through it. He was fantastic. And you could say, well, I mean, he still has a year left. So Jordan Love didn't just eclipse the contract. Through weeks 10 through 18, 8 NFL weeks, with the youngest offense in the league, in the better than it has been in years NFC, he had the most passing yards and the most total touchdowns. He was better than Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, Stafford. He was better than everybody in the league. And that's with a bunch of kids. He didn't have a dominant number one receiver. Even the offensive line is young. Young team. Went to Dallas, blew out the Cowboys. And there's something else here, is that there is also a responsibility by an organization to make evaluations of a player beyond just games. You and I watch games. We can tell who can play and who can't. But he was in the building 3 years before last year. You can make judgments on his maturity, his leadership, his judgment. Not only had he started 18 games, he'd played in 27 and had over 400 practices. He's 25 years old. 25 years old is different than 21 or 22 years old. 21, 22 years old, you're saying stuff to get you in trouble. You're drinking more than you should. Not necessarily a grown-up. By 25 years old, you screw up, it's up to you now. And NFL front offices, their responsibility is not just watching games. We can all do that. The best NFL scouts, they're going to practices. They're on the phone sometimes with investigators to dig deep on players. What's going on at home? What's going on campus? The Packers have had years and years of watching Jordan Love's maturity, his judgment, his talent at practice, preseason games, starting, backing up. It's time to pay him. Again, I would love to see more of Jordan Love, but I don't have the video of the practices. I don't bump into him at the lunch line at the Packer facility. I don't know if he gets along with others. My guess is he does. But the advantage to having any employee in the building for 3 or 4 years before you have to pay the big money is now it's on you, it's not on them.
Very true. I'm still waiting to see what his takeaway is on Jordan Love skipping camp, like what his overall takeaway is, because personally, I don't think it's a big deal. I really think that this is in big part due to when you're about to make $200+ million, and Brian Gutekunst, Packers GM, earlier this morning said that he thinks it's possible to get this done in a few days. So I honestly don't think it's a big deal right now. I think lots of it has to do with, you don't want to go out there, risk injury when you're about to make $200+ million. But I'm curious to hear what his overall takeaway is here. Let's finish this.
If he's been as good at practice in the last year as he's been in games, it's on you. And remember, he did all this. I would love to see more. But this isn't a kid who started 10 games in college like Anthony Richardson at Florida, started 10, 13 games, something like that, goes to Indianapolis, gets hurt. I still don't know what Anthony Richardson is. He's dynamic. He's talented. I don't know what he is. I'm not sure the Colts know what he is. He's only been in the building for a year. Jordan Love has been here almost a half decade. Practices, games, starting, exhibition. So to me, that advantage, Green Bay knows quarterbacks. I think they'll pay him. I think they should. And I think to this point, he looks like he can crack into the top 8 to 10 quarterbacks in the league very quickly. All right, we got a lot of good stuff today. Stephen Jones of the...
Okay, so that's all Colin had to say. When he started off saying, like, this is looking sort of juicy, I thought maybe he would say that maybe he had a bigger takeaway here, that this could be a big problem or something. He didn't seem to at least state any of that. And so it sounds like he thinks the Packers should pay Jordan Love. I think that most people would agree the Packers should pay Jordan Love. He has clearly proved that he is in the upper echelon of quarterbacks in the NFL. And right now, with it being July 22nd, Jordan Love saying he's not going to practice, which I think is fully understandable. If you're about to make $250 million, maybe more, and you're really going to risk going out there and practice and risking, tearing your ACL. Obviously, that's a very improbable injury to happen, but it happens from time to time. And so I think if you are about to make life-changing money, it's very reasonable, and I fully am, with Jordan Love on deciding to not practice, because you don't want to risk it like that. And I saw today as well, he has been in meetings, he's at practice. I saw clips of him going out there to practice, talking with the players, being with Matt LaFleur. I don't think there's any kind of drama going on here. It's just the fact that, whatever small parts of the contract they haven't really come to an agreement on, which is probably the guaranteed money, it just hasn't fully gotten done yet. But it sounds, from the way Brian Gutekunst was talking this morning, he says that deal could get done in the coming days, but he said you never know. So it sounds to me like they're like this close to inking this deal with Jordan Love, and whatever the final hurdle is, it sounds like they just need to get over that. And so with Aaron Rodgers over the past long while when he was in Green Bay, things definitely got a little bit more drama-filled as the years went by, and Aaron Rodgers, sat out at OTAs, minicamp, things like that, because he seemed to be frustrated with the way that the front office was operating. This is nothing like that whatsoever. This is just Jordan Love trying to get a deal done, trying to get a contract done. I think he should become the highest paid QB in the NFL. As a Packers fan, it would be nice to see him take less money because it would help the team, but I really honestly never fault players who want to get paid what they're worth. We saw Tom Brady during his career lots of times the Patriots take a little less than maybe he could have gotten, and I think that, if you're willing to do that, you can make your team that much better. So, but at the same time, I'm not like, oh, come on, you should take less. If you don't take less, you're not a team player. I don't think that's the case. I think that all these players, while this is, they love this, they want to win Super Bowls, at the same time, it is their job. It's, their business. They're trying to make money as well. So I think that Jordan Love deserves to be the top paid quarterback in the NFL. With Trevor Lawrence making $55 million per year, Jordan Love easily deserves $55 million per year, because he is I think he's head and shoulders over Trevor Lawrence. And so we will keep an eye on this one, see if there's any other kind of updates. Because let's say if we get close to the season and a deal isn't done, that's where it's like, okay, this is a problem. Hopefully something gets done. But until we get to that point, I don't think it should be treated like that, because I think we've seen no indication that it's going to get anywhere near that point. Obviously, that can change as time goes by. But it wouldn't be surprising, I think, to see a deal get done this week. Gutekunst sounds like they badly want Jordan Love, and hopefully they will get over whatever this final hurdle is. If you guys want more NFL content, feel free to subscribe down below. I also have a separate Packers channel, so if you're a Packers fan watching this, I will be putting out updates today from training camp, from reporters, tons of things like that. This is more just covering a ton of the NFL, so if you're into that, feel free to turn on the post notifications. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.